you are cutting through them. And the mind trap is that of lack, 5 of Pentacles. So the devil wants to keep you in this lack mentality, in this mind trap, right? And despite all this, Libra, you have hope. Hope not just for yourself, and like I said, for your family, but hope for humanity. Hope this is... Hey there, Libra. How are you? It's your forest fairy here. Nice to see you again. Welcome in and welcome back to the 100 Acre Woods, where I read cards out here. So let's read some cards for you, Libra. We're going to start off with the Stardust deck and do a 6-card spread, taking a look at your current situation, the ideal. What's blocking you? Woo! What's blocking you? My goodness. Okay. Let me do that again. What's blocking you? Then the solution, advice, and the outcome. Let me do that again. Yeah, and then we're going to clarify with the Tarot of the Owls for more messages, more information, and more clarity on this read. And it's a timeless read, a Libra. So when it finds you, it was meant to, and it's general. So take it, resonates, and leave the rest. And it's for all Libra placements, wherever you have Libra in your chart. The cards are already talking, so let the cards speak. The Hermit is the current situation. The ideal is the Two of Swords. The block is the Moon. Okay. Libra, it looks like you might be blocking out some deep-seated emotions. So it's good that you're in hermit mode, taking a look at them, at the subconscious, really. The solution, the 5 of Pentacles. The advice is the 4 of Pentacles. And the outcome, the 3 of Swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck. And that which you might not see, patience, and the Temperance card. Temperance. This is the Alchemist. I'm also really picking up that what you might find deep within you, subconsciously, might be 3 of Swords, hurt, a hurt heart, hurt feelings, a broken heart for some of you. And this is Libra energy. And what you might not see is your own patience with this heartache, with your own patience with what you're finding in hermit mode and with the Moon card here. What is being hidden from you might break your heart, Libra. So let's clarify. The Hermit is the current situation. Why is the Hermit card here for the leash of Libras right there? 4 of Swords. Oh, I love to see it. This is taking a rest. This is resting your mind. This is meditation. This 4 of Swords is healing. And I'm going to say healing your heart, because we have the 3 of Swords as the outcome. And the strength. Look at this. The inner strength to do this work, this inner work. The Strength card is a beautiful, and it's bravery. It's Leo energy. So it's this bravery to really take a look at what has been hidden from you, what you've blocked out, what it is that this Moon represents. And then the ideal is to, with the 2 of Swords, to make some tough decisions, to quiet the mind. We go from the 4 of Swords to the 2 of Swords, which is quieting the mind, to really take a look at what's blocking you with the Moon. So the 2 of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Wands in a new path. Having the bravery to not even just look at the new path, but then to take action towards it. And the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups right underneath the 4 of Swords is you doing your own inner work. Now, those that might be helping you, that might be offering love, you're not even looking at it right now. You're not even accepting the love that's being offered to you. Just be aware of that. If there's love being offered to you, your eyes are closed. I see that. The Four of Swords. You see the eyes are closed. The Four of Cups, the eyes are closed. And even with this new path, you might not be able to yet see this path. Your eyes are closed. All the eyes are closed. Just like in a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith image of the Two of Swords, blindfolded. Okay, so let me see what this moon is hiding. Clarifying the moon is the Ace of Cups. There's that cup being offered. And you don't see it. And the Hierophant. Okay, let me get some cards out, Libra, to get the story, the full story, because I can see this as what's blocking you is an old system, an old belief system. What's blocking you, but for some of you, you might be blocking out the love that a spouse is giving you. Could be a Taurus, Cancer. I've got Leo and Virgo and Sagittarius on the desk so far. So let's just see what the solution is. And again, it's that blocking energy of the Five of Pentacles as the solution, clarified by the King of Swords. There you are. And the Eight of Swords. Yeah. Your refusal to see. Do you see that this owl has got their eyes blindfolded? Refusal to see. Okay. Is this refusal to see a lack mentality? Is this refusal to see what has been locked or hidden from you? Okay, for some of you, let's see the advice. The Four of Pentacles. We've got a lot of stability. The stability of the mind with the Four of Swords. Stability of the emotions with the Four of Cups. The stability of your material with the Four of Pentacles. I see this also as a building. What are you building now? The Devil. And the Star. Look at this. This reminds me of the read I just did, because this is my last read of the day, where there was the High Priestess and the Devil. You're following that intuition. I see such a yin and a yang energy in what's blocking you. The light of the High Priestess is in this, like the yin and the yang, in the dark side. There's that little circle of light. I see the High Priestess. And then in the High Priestess, there's that little circle of dark, which is the Devil. And it's this. Whose read was it? I think it was yesterday. I'm blending in days. I think that was Cancer. And it reminded me, this is the exact same energy. It reminds me of the yin and the yang. Hope and hopelessness, right? Hope and fear, fear and hope, hope and fear. And it feels like you're building with both. It's a very interesting energy of building with both. Building hope despite the fear, building hope even though you might not see where this is going. This is not just hope for you, for your loved ones, for your small, I don't want to say that, but I just did, world versus the bigger picture, the bigger, like micro and macro, right? This is also hope for humanity and rebuilding for some of you younger Libras that are literally rebuilding after the illusions are revealed. I see it. Okay. So the mind traps that you are cutting through them. And the mind trap is that of lack, 5 of Pentacles. And so the devil wants to keep you in this lack mentality, in this mind trap, right? And despite all this, Libra, you have hope. Hope not just for yourself, and like I said, for your family, but hope for humanity. Hope. This is very Aquarius energy. King of Swords. My kings are fixed. So King of Swords and the Star card. This is Aquarius energy. So the 3 of Swords is the outcome. Knight of Cups. There's that Knight of Cups with that cup of love. And the 3 of Wands. Okay. And looking into the future, and look, Libra, the future looks bright. The future looks so bright. You gotta wear shades. It's so true. This is for a specific Libra. The future's so bright. You gotta wear shades. Now, let's go back and just see. Because now I've got the whole story. Oh, except for the Temperance. Temperance is clarified by, look, the sun. Be patient, be patient, be patient, Libra. It's right there. You're looking right at it. It's right there. You're looking right at it. Yeah. Okay, be patient. The Temperance card is patience. This is also alchemy. And I see this with the Devil and the Star. That whatever fear is thrown at you, you're not holding on. Like the 4 of Pentacles can also represent holding on. I don't think you're holding on to fear. I think you're building with it. That's the amazing part of this, Libra. You're building with it. And you're building hope. It's like you are living by example. That you have seen the darkness, you've seen the fear, you've lived the fear, you've been mind trapped with it for however many days, months, years that you've been in this 8 of Swords. But you know that with meditation, with rest of the mind, rest of the emotions, rest, 4 of Pentacles, that you can rebuild hope with the Star card, that you have hope, that your mind is your superpower, Libra. As an air sign, your mind is your superpower. So it can make or break you. I'm just going to say it. You can make or break you. But this lack mentality is an illusion, and it's the illusion of the devil. So the longer that the devil keeps you in this lack mentality, when really you are building hope, not just for yourself, but for humanity, because with every single individual that calms the mind, that gets out of this 8 of Swords and into the 4 of Swords, into this healing mode, with every individual that heals, it raises the vibration, it raises the consciousness of the collective, of the human race. We are fighting a spiritual war that we're not even really aware of, but the veil is coming down, and we know now, a lot of us know, that we're looking into a future, turning our back on fear and looking into the future with the 3 of Wands, turning our back on heartache, because heartache is what we create with our thoughts, with our mind. I think you're looking deep into, and this is what's blocking you, into the structures, into what we've been living in. Again, the Hierophant, for me as a reader, it is the Pope of the Tarot. So this is religious views. This is structures. This is what has been built in this society and how it has been a block to our individual connections to Source, to God. And it's been hidden from us. The universal love, Ace of Cups, that Source, God, has for each and every one of us. We are experiencing an individual life through this organic body, this human experience. We chose to be here. And then they disconnect. We forget. As soon as we get here, we forget. It's our families then as our first sort of, what's the word? Like contact. Like our first contact with humans are our families, right? And so it's taking a look at what your family taught you, what you taught, if you have a family, what you taught your own children, what your children might have taught you. I learned more off my little guys, and to this day now I have teenagers in the house, and they teach me every single day something new that I never really thought of, a different perspective. I'm just like, that's interesting. But they're in a different world than what I grew up in. I was in a different world than what my parents grew up in, and so on and so forth. I think that what's blocking you is you are seeing the blocks that the Hierophant, and I'm going to say the structures, the powers that be, have tried to put into place for this exact moment, Libra, for us to awaken, us as a collective and on an individual level. So living your best life is living the best life for humanity. Living your best life, being positive, Ace of Cups, taking a new path, that is the path of love versus Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands versus the path of fear. Making those tough decisions, Two of Swords, taking off the blindfold and really seeing what they've been serving up to us, which is a whole lot of fear, a whole lot of lack, a whole lot of you're nothing. You can't do anything. You don't have power. Sure we do. Sure we do. And we're looking into the future with the Three of Wands, turning our backs on this Three of Swords and being creative with the Knight of Cups. But this is also the romantic knight. This is also the loving knight, the messenger of love, Ace of Cups, which they tried to block, but they can't. Not anymore, because there's too many of us, isn't there? There's more of us than there are of them. And the more, sometimes the truth can be more fearful than the fiction. I think that's also something that they planned. Okay, well, if they want the truth, we'll give them just how deep the corruption goes, just how, evil. And as I've said before, evil is just the lack of love. And Libra, I am seeing so much love on this desk. There is no lack in your life of love. And it starts from within, Ace of Cups. It starts going deep into hermit mode. It starts by seeing and being patient with yourself to go through the tough decisions, Two of Swords, to go through the lack and the mind traps that we have been put in, to see the falsities of the Three of Swords, of heartache. That we break our own hearts with our own thoughts. But where do these thoughts come from? They come from the program. So what program are you running? What game are you running? Libra, I see you running the intellectual game of the King of Swords. The truth, integrity, that's what the King of Swords, and he speaks it into existence. The hope for humanity, the star, and this is healing, going back to the Four of Swords with the star card. So we have the everyday, Libra's doing it every day with the Four of Swords, and then we have your spirit guides. We have the star. This is the major versus the minor. The minor is the everyday that we do, and then there's the messages from the majors, and this is your spirit team. And your spirit team saying, I see you, Libra. I see you building, Four of Pentacles. I see you turning your back and glowing away from the fear. Beautiful. And looking into the future. Three of Wands, and being patient with it coming. The sun coming up right there. I see it. I see it. So let's get an oracle on this, Libra. Let's get an oracle to wrap up this read. Intuition. The energy of intuition supports our ability to conceive the subtle language of the realms beyond the three-dimensional reality. Absolutely. Star card right there. Meditative practices, Four of Swords. Four of Cups, Ace of Cups. Absolutely. This is what I see, Libra. And bottom of the deck, and that which you might not see, presence. The energy of presence supports our ability to focus our full attention and stay in the here and the now. Beautiful. Let's get some angel numbers on this, Libra. I see 2, 5, 4. Let's do 2, 5, 4. Your angels are encouraging you to love yourself enough to communicate your feelings about your current situation, King of Swords. Yeah. And to love yourself first, Ace of Cups. Absolutely. I see 2, 4, 3. Let's do 2, 4, 3. Don't be alarmed if you're feeling low. You are processing energy in order to raise your vibration. There's the Patience with the Temperance card and the Alchemist. You are changing. You're changing your vibration. Okay. So don't get hard on yourself, Libra. Don't do that. Oh, this is the message for you. Don't be alarmed if you're feeling low. You're processing energy in order to raise your vibration. Last one, Libra. I see 3, 4. Let's do the 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Archangel Michael and his angels of protection are putting a ring of light and safety around you. And I see that with the 3 of Wands and the Sun card and the Temperance. The Temperance is the angel of the tarot. Temperance is the angel. Archangel Michael is with you, Libra, and that's what I see for you. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care. From your Forest Fairy. Bye for now.